you watched something this week as well that we want to talk about. A new show on Netflix.
Movie.
It is a movie. My
Yeah,
apologies because I keep
movie.
thinking about
It's based
the
on a show.
It's based on a show.
It's
That's
based on
right,
a show
that's
where
right.
it gets confusing.
Yes. And then
Luther.
yes.
So a friend of ours recommended this, and I asked him about it because he had, I guess, watched it, and I had heard things about it. People were saying it was bad. Some people were saying it was nice. It was very mixed. And when I watched it, I did get that 50-50 feeling.
Okay.
I'm going to try to keep spoilers out of it, but when I watched it, I got that 50-50 until I realized I still enjoyed this. And had I watched the series it was based on, I probably would have enjoyed this even more.
Yeah, I didn't know because you told me later that it was based off a show, because what I criticized it for, it's just especially the first 10 minutes where he gets a case and next thing you know he's in jail. Like there's no background story. They just put him up in the
I'm like,
thing.
dude.
But the only thing I did like about it is the villain, like his background story about how easy he is to manipulate people to make him do whatever he wants.
Who would have thought it's homeboy from Avengers, from
Yeah.
Ultron?
And then not just that too, where and he played so well.
Yeah, makeup
he played that character so well.
He went from Claw
And-
to like scrawny, like
give a
scrawny
little-
random
to
British
give a little
dude.
background, he has a team where they find secrets about individuals and they blackmail them to make them do certain things. And then while you're watching it, you're like, how bad is it they have information on them? And then one of the guys even said it. He goes, to be honest, you're looking at it now, it's not even that bad. And he ends up killing himself. But then it's just like,
I'm like,
how
dude, what
easy
are
it
you
is to
doing?
manipulate. Yeah, and it's
It's
nuts.
like, what are you doing?
And then one of the crazy parts that I kind of like though, when every victim that he has, he goes and makes friends with their family after. And it's like, you're such a sick fuck. That's what I'm saying. I like that villain. I feel like it had so much potential, but I think they're just trying to put it out there because there will be a series
at the beginning. Well, there already is a series, but I think at the
movie world and then Netflix.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
I think at the beginning when, like you said, he got arrested or whatever, like at the very, this is not a spoiler. This is like the first 10 minutes.
The first 5, bro.
5, yeah. It was like right
I was
opening.
so confused. I was like, is this a part 2?
Because my criticisms were there's no character development.
Nothing.
What are these cases? How relevant? I said, okay, had I watched the show, there might have been some. And again, I still don't know because I still didn't watch the show. Maybe you guys tell us in the comments. But I was very weirded out by that.
No, 100%. I would still recommend to watch it.
I still gave it a 7, though. I still gave it a 7.
I would say with you, I do agree with the 7.
There was a weird part of the ending, and I don't want to spoil, guys, but with the,
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. You say yours, and I'll say mine. I don't care because they should have it watched it by now. Go for it.
The helicopter scene.
Yeah, close.
The helicopter scene with the divers.
Yes, that's mine.
I was like,
where did the divers come from?
I was like, you have some crazy stamina. I can't hold my breath for like the microwave.
Mine was like they end up going in this like in the water in the car and they're fighting whatever, and all of a sudden divers come in, and I'm like, how do they know they need divers at that scene?
All of it.
Like this, that made no sense to me. I feel like whoever then. That right there just shows me whoever directed it was like, let's just rush everything. And I'm just like, bro.
The ending was a bit rushed. Like they could have.
But I think we're so used to movies being so realistic. Now we're just being so judgy. Because this 10 years ago would have been like, oh, this makes sense.
Could you I feel like that scene could have been like explained with all he had to show us was a scene of the divers looking at the crash and he's like, put the suits on. And then all would have made sense.
Yeah.
That's all you had to say is like, oh, we see there's a crash there. Put your suits on. That's it. We wouldn't have questioned anything else afterwards.
Or it would have
been
But you're
just like, oh, water falls in. Like you just fall into the water. I'm like, damn.
Or it would have been different if it was like that, like an Apache helicopter where they saw the car go in and they try to get the car out and he's in it.
Something like that. Like just somebody from the plane
has
just acknowledge that there's a hole in the thing. Like a hole in the ice.
Well,